Alright, Tally. Let's go get your homeworld back.
I'm ready to hit the Reaper base whenever you are, Shepard.
And I am ready.
Talk to you later, Tally.
Sure.
Yeah.
Commander Shepard.
Yeah, we gave the Krogan back their future. So now it's time to give the Quarians their future. Whoops. I probably should have flown out to Rannoch before. Oops, I forgot I had been there. So, if you missed Forest mission or the Geth Fighter Squadron, this is your last chance to do them. Once you have done Rannoch, both of those other missions are no longer available. So yeah, once you've destroyed the Reaper base, you can no longer rescue Admiral Chorus, and you can no longer take out the Geth Fighter Squadrons. So make sure to do those before you do this. Obviously, Tally is a required squad mate here. No choice. She comes along, which makes sense. And yeah, I mean, the reality is he just makes sense. Overload, armor-piercing ammo, both really useful for going up against Geth. Edie's a pretty good choice. Again, Overload and Decoy is pretty useful, and Incinerate is pretty useful. And Caden's actually not a bad choice. Overload is very useful, and Cryoblast can be pretty useful. VR and Javik, lesser choices, they're not too bad. I mean, they can... Biotics are never useless, but neither of them have abilities that are sort of dedicated towards dudes. Does James have no points in Alliance Officer, or what? That doesn't make sense. Why is that one grayed out? And then James, yeah, he's good. Yeah, he can dish out damage. He can dish out damage, and he can take damage. So, James, perfectly acceptable squad mate as well. That said, I kind of want to bring Caden just because first encounter with Geth was had Caden with me. Yeah, there's just something poetic about him being there for the last encounter with the Geth as well. Garrus. Javelin, maxed out. If I leveled up the Mantis to level 5, that they might be even. But I think even then, the Javelin would probably still be a little bit stronger. And is just a cooler weapon, I figure. So I think I might have a pretty good chance of hitting level 60.
The sinking laser needs a line of sight. What's the fastest route?
The upper entrance. Target the base before the geth can organize resistance.
What about you?
We will deactivate defense systems and acquire an escape vehicle.
You can do that?
This unit still carries remnants of the old machine upgrade code. We can break any geth security.
Sounds
You are
embarrassed.
concerned.
He sounds embarrassed about it.
You know your limits. I trust you. I'm more concerned you didn't tell me about the upgrades.
You were tolerant of our recovery of geth intelligences from the server, but this matter is different. Personal.
You were ashamed.
Shame is an emotional or cognitive response to societal judgment. It should not apply here.
Should
I'm
not.
on your side here, Legion. I want to help your people.
We did not intend to cause offense.
How'd we get here?
Oh,
The geth are better than this.
No, based on empirical evidence, they are not.
that's where this line comes up. For some reason I thought it was a conversation on the
Proceed to the upper entrance. We will exit here and procure an escape vehicle.
Got it. Legion, good luck.
Acknowledged.
And this is a really nice scene right here.
I can't believe it.
Vigil's theme.
I don't think it's really sunk in yet. The home world. My world. Look at the sky. And the rock formations. They used to write poems about them.
Vigil's theme is basically the main theme for the trilogy. This is essentially the Mass Effect theme right here. And yeah, it plays at a lot of very important, emotionally resonant moments. Really nice music. Great music.
When we're done, maybe you'll write a new one.
This is Rannoch, the world of our ancestors. Our bodies carried the seeds that spread the desert grass. You've heard me say Kilasalai? The best translation I can come up with is, by the homeworld I hope to see someday.
Looks like you're seeing it today.
The living room window will be right here.
Something I should know?
I just claimed the land. I know it doesn't mean much, but when this is over, I'll have a home.
Quarians spent centuries as nomads. You think you can go back to living in one place?
We have gotten used to carrying our homes around with us. Well, that's a start.
I love that moment. And then from that into combat music. Really nice shift. Really nice job with the music shift there.
patched in.
Good work, trainer.
That all of them? Looks like. So anyway, as I've noticed, really like the, or as I mentioned, really like the intro to this mission. Just that little bit with Tally. It is such a nice scene.
Right.
And
You got it.
Shepard basically, handing over the rock. Such a cute gesture. Just handing that rock over as a way for her to keep carrying her home around with her.
Shepard Commander, you must climb to the upper level before geth units can fortify their positions.
We're on our way.
Admiral Garrel here. The heavy fleet has a clear path. All forward.
Geth fighter presence is negligible. Patrol fleet, break cover and engage.
So yeah, it's pretty much an all-out battle here. It's this is very much a do-or-die situation. Luckily, the fighting is not too tough. I think I might have gotten that one through a wall a little bit. Assault rifle piercing mod, useful because I'm pretty sure I've been using that. I don't really know why they bothered with the jumps, to be honest. It was sort of a weird choice for them to add in, I feel like. Hey. Yeah, armor-piercing ammo is pretty good, just because of the way it can punch through protection. Well, okay. Here I was, coming around thinking I was being all clever. How do I get down now? That'll work. You guys coming?
Shepard Commander, hostile geth are closing a blast shield over the base.
That sounds inconvenient. That was insurance for that.
Damn. Did it take hours to punch through that shield?
We don't have that kind of time.
We have located an override atop the geth fortifications. It can retract the blast shield.
Anyone get a good look at that thing?
Briefly, yeah. If I had to guess, I'd say Reaper Tech.
They've put a lot of work into protecting that signal.
Right. Let's blow it up.
Sadly, I didn't really get a good look.
More geth dropping in.
Watch out! Crossfire on the left side balcony!
Shepard Commander, do you need assistance?
We'll get through. What's your status?
The old machine's upgrades grant us targeting superiority. We are drawing hostile fire from your position.
Keep it up. We'll get to the blast shield controls.
I know Legion's on our side, but Reaper Code?
No, Legion's on our side.
Never thought I'd hear you say that.
Yeah, that's, yep. It's nice to hear her say that. She trusts him. Tally, a quarian, trusts a geth. Alright. The Claymore's still better, but let's take a look at it. But Geth Plasma Shotgun's not that much weaker, actually. This 3-barreled Geth weapon fires miniature but potent cluster rounds of superconducting projectiles and has a longer range than standard shotguns. A two-stage trigger system allows for either quick-fire capacitors or a charge and release attack to electrify the projectiles as they exit the weapon. As the rounds hit the target, they fragment, and electricity arcs between the pieces, flash converting the air to conductive plasma. The resulting impact, heat, and electrical charge overloads shields and barriers and causes massive trauma to unarmored targets. it's a good weapon. Sadly, squad mates don't make the best use out of it. They tend to...
Understood.
Not right, there's one. They tend not to charge weapons. So it's, they don't get the best use out of it.
Admiral Gell to all ships. We've got geth frigates inbound on the civilian fleet.
Corus here. Civilian defenders are on intercept course. We'll hold them, Geralt.
They're all working together! Before I do that, just taking a look, seeing if there's anything to pick up. Medkit. And I'm about to want a better gun. I think,
Legion, I've hit the override.
We have gained system access and are bypassing security. Stand by.
So, alright, so yeah, that was pretty quick and easy. It's about to get tougher, though.
Shepard Commander, you have successfully opened the blast shield doors.
Good. We'll be back out in a minute.
Negative. The path behind you has been sealed. A nearby elevator can take you to the upper level. From there, you should have an acceptable line of sight for targeting.
Oh, jeez.
We have sent you the nav point with a new targeting location.
Admiral Rand to all ships. The patrol fleet has broken the geth flank. Permission to pursue.
Granted. Good hunting, Ran.
Hey, good job. Can I? There is another one somewhere.
Shepard Commander, we detect no more geth in your immediate area. Reinforcements are minutes away.
You
Yeah.
getting anything from the base?
No, the old machines have not registered us as a threat. We recommend haste. The Creator Fleet will be overrun unless you sever the geth connection to the old machine soon.
This battle was centuries in the making. To see it finally end.
We'll get it done.
There's a third Spitfire somewhere around here. Doesn't really matter. Won't be needing it anymore.
Normandy's weapon systems are ready to sync to your target. I recommend you withdraw to a safe distance.
Hell yeah! Boom! Big hit. Damn it, Shepard, stop falling! That's Shepard's greatest enemy, gravity.
Reaper!
We have located transportation.
Copy
Good to
that.
know.
Everybody get to the ship! Move!
Move! How are we supposed to fight that thing?
I was hoping your fleet might lend a hand! Go!
Garrus just knocks it on its ass. Or knocks it on its face.
We will attempt evasive maneuvers.
Shepard, fleet! It's not a Reaper base! It's a live Reaper! I need an orbital strike!
There's honestly no point to this.
We're clear! Fire at will!
You can't damage it. Piece of cake!
The firing chamber! Looks like a weak point when it's priming!
Turret! The jamming towers have us targeting manually. We can't make a precision shot.
We may escape before it recovers.
No! Pull over!
Shepard Commander.
If we run away, the geth stay under Reaper control and the quarians are dead. This ends now. Edie, patch the quarians to the Normandy's weapon system. I want the targeting laser synced up to the whole damn fleet.
Understood.
Do you need assistance?
Just stay down, Legion. I'll take it from here.
Shepard Commander. Good luck.
Acknowledged.
Nice little,
Shepard,
echo there.
fleet. I'll pave the weak spot. Link up with the Normandy and be ready to fire.
The destroyer is in range. Missiles are ready for launch.
Luckily, dodging doesn't reset the, but yeah. Oh, why? I literally wasn't dodging. Like, I was trying to dodge. It wasn't letting me move. Like, that was ridiculous. I literally couldn't move. I couldn't, roll. Good thing it's aimed. Duh. Like, how is its aim this bad? It's taking some hits. Bastard's taking the shots. Seriously, how is it missing at that range? Yeah. There's no dodging at that range. If you don't get the lock in time, you just die. Boom! Suck on that. So obviously there's going to be a very, very big decision coming up. I will go into more detail about some of the consequences and possibilities once I'm done here. Hi.
You know who I am?
Harbinger speaks of you. You resist.
Oh, he speaks of me.
You will fail.
That's
The cycle must continue.
He speaks of me? Oh, I'm touched. I'm touched he thinks of me.
What are you talking about? We stopped Sovereign and the Geth. We stopped Harbinger and the Collectors. We've earned a straight answer.
It is not a thing you can comprehend.
Nice voice.
We might surprise you.
You represent chaos. We represent order. Every organic civilization must be harvested in order to bring order to the chaos. It is inevitable. Without our intervention, organics are doomed. We are your salvation.
You're killing everyone in the galaxy to save us?
The cycle must continue. There is no alternative.
Organics and synthetics don't have to destroy each other.
The battle for Rannoch disproves your assertion. Finish your war. We will be waiting.
Badass.
We did it. We killed a Reaper. Keela.
Yeah.
We can confirm
Badass
that the
conversation.
Geth are no longer being directed by the old machines. We are free.
You did it, Shepard. The Geth fleet has stopped firing. They're completely vulnerable.
Shepard Commander, the Geth only acted in defense after the creators attacked. Do we deserve death?
What are you suggesting?
Our upgrades. With the old machine dead, we could upload them to all Geth without sacrificing their independence.
You want to upload the Reaper code? That would make the Geth as smart as when the Reaper was controlling them.
Yes, but with free will, each Geth unit would be a true intelligence. We would be alive, and we could help you.
Our fleet is already attacking. Uploading the code would destroy us. Shepard, you can't choose the Geth over my people.
Do you remember the question that caused the creators to attack us, Talizora?
Does this unit have a soul?
So yeah, obviously a very big decision here. Obviously, yep. Letting the geth die. You're letting the geth die. The other option, puts the quarians at risk.
Upload the code to the geth. Tally, call off the fleet if you can.
Uploading. 10%.
This is Admiral Talizora. All units, break off your attack.
Belay that order. Continue the attack.
20%.
I beg you, do not do this. Please.
We regret the deaths of the creators, but we see no alternative. 40%.
No. Nobody else dies today. Legion, keep going.
Shepard?
This
All
isn't
ships,
easy to do.
This is Commander Shepard. The Reaper is dead. Stand down.
This is Admiral Talizora. Shepard speaks with my authority.
And mine as well. Negative. We can win this war now. Keep firing.
60%.
The Geth are about to return to full strength. If you keep attacking, they'll wipe you out. Your entire history is you trying to kill the Geth. You forced them to rebel. You forced them to ally with the Reapers.
80%.
The Geth don't want to fight you. If you can believe that for just 1 minute, this war will be over. You have a choice. Please. Kila Salai.
All units, hold fire.
Love the use of the Keyless Ally there.
Insufficient. Direct personality dissemination required. Shepard Commander, I must go to them. I'm sorry. It's the only way.
And Vitch will see him again.
Legion, the answer to your question was yes.
I know, Tally. But thank you. Keyless Ally.
Poor Legion.
Admiral Ron, I heard your ship made a crash landing. Glad you got out in one piece.
I was listening over the radio. If Hanagar hadn't stopped...
He did.
We have taken heavy losses. I don't know if we can. Where are we supposed to go?
You're on your homeworld. Wherever you want.
You are welcome to return to Rannoch, Admiral with us.
Legion?
No, I'm sorry, Commander. Legion sacrificed itself to give us all intelligence. It will be honored.
Good.
And we will honor Legion's promise. The Geth fleet will help you retake Earth, and our engineers will assist in building the Crucible.
As will ours, of course.
Admiral, had you considered possible settlement sites?
The southern continent had excellent farmland, as I recall.
Are you gonna be okay?
I believe so, Commander. Thank you.
Peace! Yeah. Gonna be a lot to talk about when I get back on the Normandy.
Shopping for another house?
Beachfront property.
Claim it fast. It's a buyer's market. You okay? I know working with the Geth will be difficult.
I'm not staying. I'm coming with you.
Glad to hear it.
I wasn't gonna ask.
I think you've earned a few favors with the fleet.
I'm asking them to launch an assault on the Reapers. Figure that makes us even.
If the Reapers were going to stay on Earth, sure. But sooner or later, they'll come to Rannoch.
We did just kill one of them.
So I'm coming with
Hell
you
yeah.
to stop them. If you think I can help.
Of course you can.
You sure about this?
Yeah. I look at all this picture of hope and peace. And all I see is everyone I've lost. My team on Haestrom, my father, even Legion. I'm mourning a geth. How crazy is that?
It's not crazy at all.
It is beautiful, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It'll be years before we can live without our suits completely. But right now...
Yeah, you don't actually get to see her face here.
I have this.
Kind of a shitty tease, I feel like. Not showing her face there. Which is something else I will talk about in just a moment.
Commander Shepard, I understand you've helped resolve the situation with the geth.
That's one way of putting it.
Two, in fact.
I've read the reports. You ended a war 3 centuries in the making.
Had a lot of help.
It's what I do.
We have isolated pockets of remaining geth. As best we can tell, they are geth bodies loaded with Reaper code. But they are just a tiny fragment of the full geth fleet. You've done the impossible, Commander. And I may be able to provide help of my own.
About damn time.
I've received information from my government. It's too sensitive to discuss over an unsecured channel.
What if I come to the Citadel?
Yes, that would be best, Commander. I'll be waiting for you in Counselor Udina's office.
Not sure why I don't meet her in her own office, but sure.
Admiral Hackett's available on VidCom.
Of course he is. Alright, just give me a second here. Whew. Alright, so before I talk to Hackett, may as well talk about a few other things. So, Tally's face. So a lot of people felt it as kind of a cheap tease that we still don't get to see Tally's face. If you romance Tally, then you will get a photo of her in your cabin. The original photo, again, pissed off a lot of people. Because it was a photo of Miss England winner, supermodel, by the name of Hamasa Kohistani. Beautiful woman. Absolutely gorgeous woman. But, like, it was just, like, a slightly edited, slightly photoshopped photo of her. That was what Tally looked like. No. And, like, you know, out of her suit, so she, like, hair shown, so you can see her hair, beautiful, fully conditioned hair, and just... It was bad. It was just a straight-up bad decision on BioWare's part. It was lazy and cheap, and nobody was satisfied with it. For the extended cut, when they did the extended cut DLC, in addition to a lot of changes to the ending, huge changes. In addition to adding a ton to the ending of the game, that was one of the things they changed in the extended cut, and I think they may have changed it again for the Legendary Edition. I might be wrong about that. But yeah, I think they might have updated it again for the Legendary Edition. Or maybe not. It might just be the same one from the extended cut. But either way, it was a much better photo. Having said that, so resolving the conflict. May as well mention here as well that conversation with the Reaper. Awesome, such a good conversation. So good. Love the that Reaper's voice. So threatening. If you take the top right, the Paragon choice in that conversation, then you'll just say, you know, oh, race of the galaxy are uniting to defeat you. And Paragon Interrupt allows you to mention that the whatever species was used to create that that Reaper has been avenged. The Renegade option is just crapping on the Reapers, basically. And there's a Renegade Interrupt in that conversation where you target the Reaper again so that it gets shot again. Which, pretty good. Pretty nice. So, that final choice. If you allow the Geth to upgrade, and if you're not able to make peace, and you side with the Geth, then Tali actually commit suicide. She will throw herself off that cliff you stand beside. There's a Paragon Interrupt that doesn't do anything. Even with that Paragon Interrupt, you can't save her. Which is sad, and, you know, don't do that. If you side with the Quarians, then Legion will actually attack you. Or if you don't have Legion, if Legion died, or if you gave him to Cerberus in Mass Effect 2, so if you don't have Legion available here, he's replaced throughout all this by a Geth VI. So yeah, if you side with the Quarians, then Legion will attack you, and Tali will actually take that knife that she's got strapped to her leg and stab Legion. The only time we see that knife come out. It's the only time that you can see that knife pop out is when she stabs Legion if you decide to wipe out the Geth. And you get 3 Renegade Interrupts of shooting Legion right in the face. Which is pretty brutal. Now, making peace. You need at least 4 bars of reputation. So, I think 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, you need reputation at least up to here. You need both Tali and Legion present. Both of them need to be there, and you need to have gotten both their loyalties. I don't know that you need to have necessarily need to have gotten both their loyalties, but they both need to be present. And you also need to have done the Geth Fighter Squadron. In addition to that, there is a point system. You need to have gotten at least 5 points. So you need so these things all factor in. Destroying the heretic Geth gives you 2 points. Preventing Tali's exile without presenting the evidence of her father's experiments on the Geth, that's worth 2 points. Resolving the loyalty argument, the conflict between Legion and Tali after you do both their loyalty missions. Resolving that so that both of them are still loyal. You need to do that. That's worth 1 point. Completing the Admiral Chorus rescue mission is worth 1 point, and saving Chorus is worth 1 point. So you can do it without rescuing Chorus, but it makes it tougher. All those things, factor in. So yeah, you need to... But yeah, the main thing, if you don't have Tally and Legion, and you didn't get their loyalties into, you're probably not going to be able to do it. If you didn't do both the side quests, you're not going to be able to... both the Rannoch side quests, you're not going to be able to do it. If you didn't prevent Tally's exile, you're probably not going to be able to do it. So there's a lot that factors in. Anyway.
Commander, something on your mind?
What's our state of readiness, Admiral?
We're getting there. And with the Reapers pressing their advantage across all fronts, we don't have a lot of time to catch up.
What about the extra help we picked up along the way?
Bringing in both the quarians and the geth has helped us immeasurably. The quarian fleet is providing evac and fire support, while the geth attack Reaper supply lines.
What about the Turians and Krogan?
The Krogan and Turians have obviously been a big help. Erdnot Rex running the show is up. And that female Krogan you rescued, I'm glad you disabled that, Mom.
Good to hear. How about the Asari and Solarians?
Since the coup attempt, the Asari have stepped up to the plate. They're committing fleets and sending a science team to work on the Crucible. And believe it or not, they promised us the Destiny Ascension. They haven't forgotten you saved it 3 years ago.
Nice.
And the Solarians?
They sent the entire fleet as a thank you for rescuing their counselor. I guess they managed to overlook the genophage cure.
What about the rat?
I wouldn't have believed it, but
You're kidding.
turns out they, in hindsight,
No problems with them?
other than scaring the hell out of our engineers, no. Not a lot of small talk going on there.
What's the Reaper situation?
It's not trending well, even if you did buy Rannoch some time. Our threat projections show the Reapers will gain the advantage on most other fronts. And now the Asari are a prime target. They're the most advanced race in the galaxy. We'll soon find out if that means anything.
If I may,
Not much.
Admiral, I have a personal question.
Speak freely, Commander.
Why me? Why put me in charge of all this?
Because you're the only soldier in this whole damn Navy who knows how to kill Reapers.
I've had practice. I like that.
You just have to be smart and hope you get lucky. Anyone can figure it out.
Your dossier says otherwise, Shepard. You were trapped on a cruise all those years ago, and you were the only one to make it out alive.
Dumb
Then
luck.
I saw more than just a soldier in the making.
And because of that, you think I qualify to save the galaxy?
Shepard, let me tell you something that I've learned the hard way. You can pay a soldier to fire a gun. You can pay him to charge the enemy and take a hill. But you can't pay him to believe.
I don't follow, sir.
When you went up against Sovereign, there was no good reason to believe you'd win. But your crew didn't seem to care. They went along anyway. Your trip through the Omega-4 relay? That was a suicide mission if there ever was one. Yet there your crew was, standing beside you, proud to serve. Why? Because they believed in you, their leader. That's what I need now. Where we're taking them is liable to get pretty hairy, and I know you're the one who will get us to the other side.
Yep. It's not just that Shepard's a good soldier, it's that she's a good leader.
Nothing more, sir.
Hack it out.
Yeah, that bar is getting pretty green. Until recently, the Geth expected nothing but violence from organics and designed themselves accordingly. All Geth platforms are armed, shielded, and built to withstand combat. When they're on the battlefield, enemy tactics and positions are swapped instantaneously between the AIs. The Geth also employ turrets and drones, expendable hardware support to keep losses of network platforms to a minimum. The result is the largest, and perhaps best equipped, infantry in the galaxy. Many Geth vessels are built to explore, mine, or provide transport between factories and space stations. But every Geth ship, regardless of purpose, is also capable of engaging hostile forces. Unbound by the Treaty of Ferguson, the synthetic intelligences built almost as many dreadnoughts as the Turians. The software running these ships is in the Geth themselves. highly advanced electronic security measures and cyber warfare suites bolster already formidable firepower. Deleting the Geth heretics depleted Geth numbers, giving the Quarians an advantage when their flotilla began the assault on Rannoch. As a result, damage to the Quarian fleet is not as extensive as projections estimated. So, destroying the Geth heretics, it reduces the Geth fleet, increases the Quarian fleet. So it's a trade-off. The civilian fleet makes up most of the Quarian flotilla. Properly coordinated, the fleet compensates for its lack of dedicated warships with its sheer numbers. Even its smallest crafts are equipped with ship-to-ship weaponry. The civilian live ships, enormous floating gardens that produce food for the Quarians, have also been fitted with massive Thanex cannons to provide heavy firepower. Yeah, I already read that on the heavy Geth fleet. Heavy fleet. Any pirates or mercenaries attempting to prey on the Quarian flotilla must contend with the heavy fleet's cruisers, frigates, fighters, and carriers. The heavy fleet is led by Admiral Han Garrel. The Admiral firmly believes in the importance of ship maintenance and regular training exercises, and actively encourages those on pilgrimage to seek out technology that will upgrade his fleet's capabilities. As a result, cutting-edge technology is often found in the best of the heavy fleet's vessels. The Troll fleet sacrificed several of its ships to take the brunt of the Geth's attacks on the heavy fleet, buying the heavy fleet time to repair its frigates and launch a successful counterattack. So, yeah, that's the argument between Ron and Garrel. And again, the patrol fleets are scouts flying ahead of the flotilla on the lookout for mineable bodies and hostile forces. They scan space with VI systems that pick up heat signatures or other signs of foreign vessels. As the first ships to be targeted in any conflict, some of the Quarians' finest engineers monitor and repair the patrol fleet's shielding. The fleet's commanding officer, Admiral Shalaran, relies on speed and shields during combat. So yeah, the Quarians are worth almost as much as the Krogan. So I think the Alliance obviously counts for the most, followed by, I believe the Krogan remain second highest, and Quarian's third highest. I believe it stays that way.
We just took down a Reaper without a giant thresher maw helping.
Damn right. We just showed the galaxy we can beat him.
Yep. Without a giant thresher maw. Yeah, all it took was the entire Quarian fleet.
Commander, there's a new message at your private terminal.
Sure.
I hear you were on the ground with the Reaper. He fired up at us a few times. Joker pulled the Normandy through some insane maneuvers to stay out of the line of fire.
It's hard being in a fight like that, especially when you're not the one flying the ship. Joker's one of the best, though.
At first I was nauseous, swinging around in my safety harness. But then I was furious. Just enraged. I wanted that thing dead.
You didn't want the Reapers dead when they attacked Earth?
I wanted them defeated. I wanted Earth saved. But I never wanted to physically tear them in half and watch them blow up.
Congratulations, trainer. I believe you've discovered your fight-or-flight instinct.
Perhaps I should have stayed with chess. Although now I think I'm spoiled by the lack of explosions.
Hell yeah, give me chess with explosions.
Commander?
That's what chess needs, is explosions.
Gotta hand it to you, Commander. That's the first time I've seen someone end a war by yelling.
After seeing what the Geth Rebellion really looked like, I figured they deserved a chance.
Thank you, Commander. I doubt many organics would have trusted a synthetic race.
And now we've got 2 fleets for the price of 1. We didn't lose anybody.
Except Legion, before it sacrificed itself. Legion referred to itself as I instead of we.
Yeah? So?
The singular pronoun indicates Legion's independent personality had fully actualized. In its last moments, it was not an avatar of the Geth consensus. It was a person.
That's what I figured.
Well, when the Geth fleet helps us retake Earth, I guess we'll owe that to him.
Them. Or it. Even that Geth Prime referred to Legion as it. And I'm going to talk about that in a moment here.
Commander?
What's on your mind, Edie?
I was just reflecting. The Quarians' historical era was not making the Geth enough like them.
I'm not sure I understand.
Units with networked intelligences will trend toward cooperation for mutual benefit. But units with central heuristics establishing an individual personality, such as myself, develop preferences. These preferences form attachments that keep my calculations from devaluing the worth of the lives aboard the Normandy.
You're saying the Geth turned on the quarians because they aren't individuals?
That is my theory, but it is limited to a sample size of one society. The only other notable synthetic society is the Reapers, and we do not know if they govern by consensus as the Geth do.
Do me a favor, don't ask them.
It's a good guess.
Hello, Shepard.
So, I'm not a fan of what's done with the Geth here. For two reasons. First of all, the Geth's whole thing was, we will build our own future. And then, suddenly it's, hey, let's take what the Reapers just gave us. I'm not a fan of that. The other thing that I'm not a fan of with this arc, let's call it Data syndrome. Data from Star Trek The Next Generation. Android who wanted to be human. This game starts running that route with AIs in general. In Mass Effect 2, neither EDI nor the Geth wanted to be human. Legion or EDI was quite satisfied just being the Normandy, just being a computer, and the Geth had no seeming desire to be alive in the way that organics are. They were already alive. The Geth were already alive. They didn't seem to want to be different. They didn't seem to want to be more human. Mass Effect 3 comes around, and suddenly they want to be alive. They want to be more human. And yet, Legion right in the middle on the right there. 7th from the top. 7th on the list. So, list got a little bit longer, sadly. So I'm not a fan of this plot point of making the Geth more alive. Like I said, I feel like they were already plenty alive. And this was just going the wrong direction for them. Making them less unique. Making them more generic artificial intelligences. Because now they're alive, they're individuals, I'm just not a fan of that direction. I think that it was the wrong direction to go.
Got the flush.
Full house. Got it on the river.
Shit.
Thought you were bluffing on the flush. Good for you.
Cannon, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir, Major Olenko, sir.
Shepard, I'd deal you in, but Vega just cleaned me out.
Oh, come on. That really as deep as your pockets go? No sentimental crap stowed away? Investments?
I got some land on the Sunshine Coast I could put up.
I'll pass.
That was quite the negotiation you've pulled off.
Yep.
And having both the Quarians and the Geth on our side, that's a very good thing.
Though I'm sure it'll take a while for him to get used to Geth on our side.
Totally took down a Reaper.
Yep. Sure did.
Yes, you did.
Hell yeah.
What a weird...
Just a few more and we're done.
That was a weird interaction.
And you know, I'm just gonna have to go with you on trusting the geth. I hope it works out.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, let's talk later.
Hey, Commander. Hey, Commander.
Any thoughts on...
No crew health issues to report.
Nope. Sadly, the background squad mates seldom... the background crew seldom get much, insight.
Peace between the geth and quarians.
Who would have thought?
Not how I ever imagined that would turn out. And next you'll be telling me the Krogan and Turians are cooperating. Oh, right. You managed that one too. You're a peacemaker, Shepard. A rare thing these days. Now, if you can pacify the Reapers, we'll make you a saint. Not sure if having an army of geth behind us gives me confidence or makes me feel like there's a target on my back.
Both.
How's it going?
How about both? Anyway, I think Tivo's comment about there still being some geth still allied with the Reapers, I think that is as much to justify multiplayer as anything else.
Another Reaper gone, and peace between the geth and quarians. It's amazing.
And now my people have a world to fight for. Something they know will last forever.
So long as you and the geth remain good neighbors.
They're not our servants anymore. I'm not sure what we should call them. Allies?
Friends?
There's still too many wounds on either side. But maybe, one day.
Aw. I hope so.
The migrant fleet and the geth warships have joined Admiral Hackett. Feel free to look around.
Yes, this is a good one. Email from Sergeant Kavanaugh to Sergeant Ichi. Next time, you want to warn me that the geth are our friends, and that maybe we're not supposed to shoot the big robots? I almost pissed myself when these primes started dropping out of the sky and mopping up the Reapers. We fired a few rounds at them until we realized they weren't firing back. Then this one comes over, said they're allied assistants, and asks for our status. I'm not complaining they saved my crew, but I'm never living down having to apologize to a geth for shooting one of its damn lights off. I love that one. Yeah, geth are now our friends. Speaking of multiplayer, the geth are available as in multiplayer as well. You can. There's a few different geth classes in multiplayer, including, I think, primes. You can play a geth prime, or you could. You could play a geth prime in the multiplayer.
Another Reaper has died. You are proving that humans are capable soldiers. But I question this peace you have brokered. No such thing is possible between machines and organics. I would have destroyed the synthetics without hesitation. And these quarians, let's just hope they are reliable allies. It is difficult to trust a species that hides behind masks.
Yeah, I should mention, if you save the geth but sacrifice the quarians, everybody questions you, except for Edie, who thanks you for it. If you sacrifice the geth, everyone thinks it was the right decision, except for Edie, who is upset.
The only conflict you should concern yourself with is ending the one with the Reapers. Diplomacy does not win wars. Powerful and plentiful firearms do.
And you get more powerful and plentiful firearms by making peace with allies.
If you require a mate, please look elsewhere.
Excuse me?
Do not care what others think. Do what you must.
I have a mate, Javik. Perv.
Kenneth, you comment on every woman's figure but mine.
Well,
What? You don't like my legs?
Gabby, it's you. You know?
No chicken shit, I don't know. All you do is make stupid sexist comments to avoid saying anything real.
Gabby, now's not the time.
We've got work to do. Responsibilities.
Ah, grow a pair, Ken. Look around you. Tomorrow may not come. Something to say, or no?
Gabby, please. We have a duty to the ship and the crew.
What about us? Just... listen to yourself. Kenneth, you comment on every...
We're not fighting this war for ourselves, Donnelly. We're fighting for the people close to us. Time is short.
I see your point, Commander. Gabby, I think your legs are spectacular.
Well, that's a start. Shepard?
Yep.
Nothing to report.
Yep, it happened.
Commander.
We finally got those two together. Speaking of getting together, that segue doesn't even make sense here.
Can't be. No. I guess that's right.
Hey, Tally. How's it going?
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear you. I just got communication from the fleet. Sorry. From Rannoch. In the old days, I'd send any new technology I found back to the fleet. I should probably be doing that with the agriculture samples now. I don't know anything about raising crops.
How are your people doing?
It's crazy. The geth are helping. Setting up housing, adapting power systems. They're doing in weeks what would have taken us years. Geth are even uploading into the suits of quarian volunteers. They're rewriting environmental functions, jump-starting our immune systems.
Nice.
That doesn't seem possible.
The geth are software, not hardware. They can transfer themselves from a normal body into anything with enough processing power. They're mimicking infections, so the host can adapt without getting sick. It's like making a vaccine.
Nice.
So the quarians won't have to wear those suits anymore.
It doesn't seem possible, but yes, in a few years, with geth improvements, we won't need them. We might still wear them. The suits have become part of our society. But a rupture won't be a death sentence. Today, on Rannoch, there are quarian children who will grow up healthy and strong, thanks to the geth.
They owe that to you.
No. I'd have killed the geth with no regrets. And I'd have been wrong. Thank you.
Yeah, now that Tally's on the ship, she's gonna stick down here.
I can't believe my people are working with the geth.
Usually at the console she was at in 2.
The geth are helping us rebuild. I never thought I'd see it.
Not like the Geth have much else to do.
Our scientists and the geth have done amazing work on the Crucible together.
Makes sense that they'd be helping with housing and with homes and power supplies and all that. I mean, they got time.
Hey, Shepard.
Commander.
Kinda wish Adams had something to say about Tally being back. And Adams and Gabby as well. I wish they had something to say about Gabby being back.
Commander, I'm doing a segment on the Geth-Quarian War. It should take maybe an hour. Can we talk in your cabin?
Fine. This is the part where if you flirted with her earlier, then after this next interview, there is the option to sleep with her. So it's just completely off screen. It's basically like, hey, want to make out? Sure. And then it cuts away.
I appreciate you checking in on me.
Update my locker, update my armor. All right, let's talk to Allers.
Trainer, can you send up Diana Allers? She wants to talk to me.
She's on her way, Commander.
I'm sure you got a million questions.
I narrowed it down to 40. Let's see how you do with the top 10. Commander, the last time most of us heard about Geth, they were attacking the Citadel alongside Sovereign.
Yes, and you should know that was a minority of the Geth. Most of them are not hostile to organics.
Is that how you explain that they're allies, and no longer dangerous robots who stick humans on spikes?
Okay, that amuses me. There's just something amusing about that phrasing of it. No longer dangerous robots who stick humans on spikes. I like that. Side note. Apparently, as of July of 2021, as of July 2021, gameplay statistics for the Mass Effect Legendary Edition show 80% of players achieved peace.
What you have to realize is that despite their reputation, most geth are not inherently violent. The quarians attacked them. The geth fought back in self-defense just like any organic would. Now that we've freed the geth from Reaper control, they'll want payback for their enslavement.
But you're going to take an army of synthetics to fight Reapers with untold hacking abilities.
Okay,
What's
fair
keeping
point.
the Reapers from reprogramming the geth like they have before?
Good
The
question.
geth are extremely intelligent, and they've put incredible thought into solving this problem. They're not going to turn again. I'd bet my life on it.
I'm betting everyone else's lives on it, though.
Now here's a question from a Batarian on Omega. Commander Shepard, if the mass relays can be destroyed... So did I miss anything? Do you have any questions?
You gonna go file your story now?
Well, if you don't mind.
Go tell the galaxy what we've done. I could use some good news.
Aye aye, Commander.
All right. So, next episode, I'm probably going to do a couple more. I'm probably going to do maybe the ex-Cerberus scientists. And a whole bunch of planet scanning. And then hit up the Citadel. And the episode after that, I suspect I will probably end up doing the Citadel DLC. I just feel like narratively and tonally, it actually fits pretty well right here, right after Rannoch. But I'll talk about that another. So yeah, Rannoch. It's a good mission. Making peace feels good. The Reaper boss fight is pretty cool. Taking down a Reaper on foot, pretty awesome. There's some really good stuff there. I disagree with the, like I said, I disagree with the direction they took the geth here. But, that's a personal thing. That's a personal preference. A lot of people did really like it. And Rannoch is definitely held up as another high point of the game. Just the whole Rannoch arc is held up as another high point of the game, right along with Tachanka. So, is real cool. For sure. Alright. While I'm here, still got a little bit of time, may as well read the emails. Let's talk Quarian War. It may be hard to believe after what we just went through, but the rest of the galaxy is barely aware the Quarians ever went into the Veil, let alone started a war with the Geth. We're sitting on a major piece of history here. I have material from all the players except you. Can I get it into your cabin for an hour and get your thoughts on bid? Progress report from Shalaran Vos Rannoch. Nice one. Commander, with assistance from the Geth, our fleet is nearly back to full strength. We have focused most of our efforts on providing evacuation assistance and support for the Turian fleet, while the Geth harass the Reapers. Even with our newfound peace, it seemed foolish to risk an incident by putting our forces in closer proximity. Fair? I understand from Admiral Zen that the Crucible project continues well, though Zen herself seems dissatisfied with the technological capabilities of the device. Though eccentric, she is also brilliant. Hopefully she will find some way to improve its functionality. I would never have believed you would talk Han down, Commander. Take care of Talizora for me. Speaking of Zen, there was actually supposed to be some post-Rannoch content with Zen. She was going to be trying to hack Geth. There was going to be a bit of a conflict with her trying to hack Geth. That got just completely and totally cut. I've had work to do. Just wanted to let you know that I'm going to join Adams in engineering. It seems like the best place for me to help, as long as I'm coming with you anyway. Please drop by when you have a minute. My Ingerson. Glad you were the one to talk to the Reaper. I would have just shot it some more for spite. Tempting, Garrus. Tempting. Nice work on Rannoch. You never were one to miss a chance to make alliances, Commander. Nice work with the Geth. Proud of my kids. Rodriguez just ripped a husk's head off. Maybe some hope for her yet. I like that. You've got deep pockets, right? Glad you stopped by, Commander. Maybe next time we can deal you in. Give Vegas someone else to take money from. Even without Geth in suits, we're getting some nice upgrades. Geth code plus quarian ingenuity is something to see. And faced with utter annihilation, military planners have considered extreme solutions in their quest to stop the Reapers. The two most plausible are the destruction of mass relays and the use of starships as suicide weapons. Destroying a mass relay to stop the Reapers' advance is infeasible. Although it has recently been proven that mass relays can be destroyed, a ruptured relay liberates enough energy to ruin any terrestrial world in the relay's solar system. It would take too long to evacuate the millions or billions of people living near each relay, and the Council is unwilling to sacrifice that many lives when combat stands a chance of saving them. Even if Garden World were to survive the relay's destruction, the Reapers have infinite patience. They traveled out of dark space using conventional FTL. Travel within the galaxy is not an insurmountable barrier. Meanwhile, starships are too costly to be used as projectiles, given that it would take many collisions to seriously harm a Reaper. Some armchair admirals suggest that a single starship traveling faster than light could obliterate a Reaper capital ship, but all ships based on Mass Effect technology possess hardwired safety features to prevent FTL collisions. If a ship's FTL plotter finds a significant object in the path of a planned jump, the FTL drive refuses to fire in the first place. This is not a perfect safety feature. The sensors can only scan for objects within a reasonable distance at light speed, and a navigator must plot the rest of the course, but it is so inherent to the FTL warm-up process that removing it is nigh impossible. Cynical intelligence analysts note that the secret of Mass Effect technology, including the safety system, has always been attributed to the Protheans, just as the mass relays were. I think I mentioned, in Mass Effect 2, I mentioned this. There was a series of Cerberus Daily News articles about a ship that was launched into a city on the planet Patris, which I think actually got mentioned on Manet. Anyway, that ship was launched sort of approaching FTL. And it was considered like extremely unusual that they were actually able to figure out how to start it accelerating. It wasn't anywhere close to the speed of light, otherwise that would have destroyed the planet, but it was accelerating. And that's supposed to be, like I said, impossible. The Quarians' plan to take back their homeworld was risky and could easily have led to their annihilation if a peaceful solution had not been found. In an initial battle against the Reaper upgraded Geth ships. Yeah, that is That is just awkward to say. In an initial battle against the Reaper upgraded Geth ships, the quarians found their heavy fleet and a portion of the patrol fleet outmatched. To stave off defeat, the quarians retreated at FTL speeds to rally within the civilian fleet on the far side of Rannoch's sun, Tikkun. Temporarily hidden, but with only minutes of advance warning should a Geth scout spot them, the quarians planned counterattacks to disrupt the Geth link with the Reapers. First preying on a damaged Geth dreadnought, the quarians followed by sending strike teams to Rannoch's surface to destroy the Reaper that was transmitting improved software to Geth forces. When the Reaper uplink was disrupted, the Geth suffered momentarily downgrades in response time and intelligence, allowing the quarians to press their advantage. But an emergency order from Commander Shepard and Admiral Shalaran Bastanbe, and actually Commander Shepard and Admiral Tally, I feel like this is just sort of a default text. I think if Tally is not with you, like if Tally's not with you, then I think it is Shalaran who speaks up. Broke off hostilities before the Geth's full capabilities were restored. It is to the quarians' credit that all three fleets obeyed the order to cease fire, even the civilian fleet, which had little combat experience. The Geth, for their part, bore no ill will towards the enemy combatants, and broke off hostilities with perfect discipline. It remains to be seen how the Geth and the quarians will manage to coexist on Rannoch. For now, they have committed their considerable military forces to repel the Reapers. Given the long-lasting animosity between the Geth and quarians, it is possible that the Reapers did not plan for the possibility of such an alliance and will be unprepared to contend with both armadas. Let's hope so. Should probably get this done soon too. And obviously this. But anyway. Alright, I'm gonna go check my armor. Yeah, so coming soon. Like I said, I'll probably do this next. Definitely planet scanning and definitely dropping stuff off on the Citadel. So, not this next episode, but the one after. Shore leave. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.